Well, good morning everyone and welcome to a new Tenerife update regarding the forest fires. I'm going to be a little bit more out and about in this update. We're in Los Cristianos at the moment. I wanted to show you the current situation down here in terms of the ash falling, the air quality, and also the ash that is washing up on the beaches. So we're going to go down onto the seafront, see what it's like out and about. We've got the England women's final on at the moment as well. So this could reassure a lot of you that things are very much still normal despite some of these abnormalities such as the ash coming down. I'm going to be giving you an update regarding the fires as well, how it transpired overnight, how many people have now been evacuated, and if it's still out of control. So let's head down towards the beach and I'll be giving you a lot of information as we walk around, take a little look at the weather, take a look at the conditions, and also the beaches as well. So we're just on the top side of Los Cristianos and you can see it is quite hazy in the sky. I do think a lot of this is smoke, but we have also got a little bit of cloud cover as well. On top of that, you've also probably got a little bit of a kalima going on, some of that sand and dust coming over from the Sahara. So I think we've got a combination of three things going on at the moment. However, walking around, the air does feel still quite clear. Not as bad as some of the kalimas that we've had. You can see here one of the hotels, all of the pool areas still all full. Everyone's still having a blast, chilling out by the pool. As I said, everything is still very much normal apart from this ash that is starting to come down. I have seen some videos of it washing up on the beaches, so that's where we're heading down to have a look at, to see just what is going on with all of that. I saw last Vistas people picking up huge chunks of black ash, so we'll have a little look at that as we make our way down. And I'll give you a little bit of information at the moment on how it went overnight. But in terms of the hotels and everything, as you can see, down here in the south, very much normal. So just to give you a little bit of an update on the fires, they are still very much out of control. We have now got an added complication in that 65km/h winds are now pushing the fire more quickly. It now covers 8,400 hectares, which is 20,750 acres and 84 million square meters, while it continues to burn out of control in the pine forests in the north of the island. So it is still very much alive, very much going on, and those winds certainly not helping. We have got a weather warning for this weekend in terms of temperatures, so the weather conditions really not helping. The seaplanes are still at it, the helicopters are still at it. The firefighters still at it as well, trying to do those controlled burns, but they are becoming quite difficult now because as the fire goes into some of these high up ravines, it's very hard to get access to go and do those controlled burns, difficult to get up there and do some prevention. I have seen some videos online as well of people, residents in those areas, wherever they can go to safely, trying to clear up all of that dried out shrubbery, all of those pine straws, all of that flammable material, scooping it all up, just taking wheelbarrows of it away, trying to help out as best as they can to remove all of that flammable material, stop the spread. But the reality is, with the size of it, the power of it, I think that's going to do very little, but every little helps, as they say. Right, let's cross over, get ourselves down to the beachfront. It is swelteringly hot, as you can see, absolutely sweltering. Now, if you do stand still for just a couple of minutes and just stay at the same place, you will very occasionally see a little piece of the ash drop down in front of you. It looks a little bit like snow in some ways because a lot of the ash is white. I'm going to show you on some of these cars here, but if you do stand still and just wait for a minute, you will occasionally see one drop in front of you. But is it affecting people's breathing and things? Not particularly, but I'll turn it around and show you what I mean with the little pieces just dropping down on top of the cars. So some other figures to take note of. There was some incorrect figures released regarding how many people had been evacuated. It is now just over 12,000 people, so it's still an awful lot. More were evacuated yesterday and potentially more today. There is concerns over that air quality as well. We've got 500 troops on the ground working hard, and 23 seaplanes and helicopters continue to battle away up there as well. So concerns over the air quality, but not really in this area. It's more in the areas quite close to it. The southern front, they have said they've got quite a good grip on, but the northern side of it is again higher up in those ravines, getting quite difficult, and that is still very much out of control. So it is scary times. Those ash particles that we saw falling a couple of days ago that I reported on, they were started off very small, very fine, and now we are seeing, you know, quite big pieces, black, white. And as we're going to find out at the beach here as well, what is going on with the water. I think in terms of it being in the water, that is more the tide. So I think closer to the fires where it's landing down in the ocean, the tides and the currents are bringing it round to the south side. But yeah, it's a very unusual situation, very unusual. It doesn't feel like there's huge fires going on, but there is. It's unusual. Until you started really seeing the ash falling, you wouldn't really tell it was going on. But now we are seeing that ash. I can see people being a little bit more concerned, a little bit more upset about it. It is very sad what's going on as well. What you got to bear in mind though, these pine trees that are burning, they will soon be back green again. They can withstand extreme temperatures, the pine forests that are burning here, and within a few years they will be back to being green again. What is the problem is people's homes, the livestock, the farmland, the disruption. So yeah, very sad. We're nearly at the beach now, so we'll get to see the situation with the beaches, if they're open, if you can swim. The footage I saw yesterday online did not look good at all, so we're about to find out. If you are enjoying these little updates, do please give a thumbs up, and make sure you do subscribe as well. It's completely free. We're going to be giving a lot of, well, all of the revenue from these update videos to, I think all of it will go to the Red Cross over here, which are helping the people who are evacuated, people who may lose their homes, things like that. We'll either give it all to the Red Cross, or we might end up splitting it and giving some of it to the voluntary firefighters as well. So if you do want to help out the Red Cross, I will leave the link in the description. The Red Cross here in Tenerife, they are helping out, so if you want to donate to that, you can do. But yeah, any of the advert revenue from these updates and these little videos regarding the fires are all going to go to one of those charities, or split between the two. You can hear a lot of the people enjoying the final, people heading the beach. If you didn't know it was going on and you just arrived in Los Cristianos and walked around, you'd just think, oh, someone's been smoking on my patio and the weather's a bit muggy. You would not really know what was happening just on the other side of the volcano there. So just down here on Los Cristianos beach, it is lovely down here, quite cooler as well. You can see the beach is still absolutely full, no one is put off. What we can see is just a lot of fine ash being washed up. I think we will carry on around to Las Vistas, which I believe was a bit worse. I think they have been down and cleared up a lot of this morning. They do have the tractors that go along, so you can see bits of it, but everyone is still swimming, still sunbathing. The pedalos are still going out, the kayaks are still going out, the boat trips. So even though we've got this little bit of fine ash washing up, I don't think it's making much of a difference at all. Apart from a bit of more of a beach cleanup at the end of each day, I don't think it's making much of a difference. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments on that. A lot of these are just little stones that you can see. It's not actually ash, it's only this little fine stuff that we can see here. But it did look much thicker on Las Vistas beach. So we'll head further around to the next beach along and see what's happening there. But we've got a green flag for swimming. You can go in, have a swim. Water's lovely and calm. So yeah, nothing too much to fear with Los Cristianos here. We'll head further around to Las Vistas, which is more in between Los Cristianos, Las Americas. So we'll see if anything's going on that side. So here we are then at Las Vistas beach. This was another one where I saw a lot of videos online yesterday with that black ash, but it looks like it's been cleaned up. Everyone is having a swim. Again, we've got green flags for swimming. nice safe water, everyone down in the water, lilos, swimming, playing in the waves. So again, I think this is going to be similar situation to Los Cristianos. You might see a few fine bits, but nothing enough to close any beaches or anything like that, or stop people swimming. Very much as it would be on a Sunday morning. So if you have any fears about coming over, you're on your way over or scheduled to come over in the next few weeks, keep an eye on things, but I honestly do not think it's going to affect your holiday down here in the south. Now, if you were staying maybe in Puerto de la Cruz or Santa Cruz, then maybe I would consider trying to contact your operator and change into a different resort, maybe down here in the south. But again, I'd just keep an eye on things. At the moment, you can still go there, you can still have a great time. There is concerns over the air quality, but I've seen a few people have requested to be moved from Puerto de la Cruz down to the south, and I believe the tour operators are trying to do that for people as well. But in terms of Los Cristianos, Las Americas, Sadeki, all of this south coast, you will be absolutely fine. You'll be having a great time down here, just like everyone else is this Sunday. You've got the Sunday markets going on, the bars and restaurants all busy with the final on. It's a great little atmosphere, actually. As I've said, you would not know what was going on unless you read the news. And if someone just dumped you here right now and said, tell me what's going on with the place, you wouldn't really be able to work it out. So I don't think you should be too concerned. As I mentioned in yesterday's update, it's very unlikely that your holiday insurance will give you a refund. It's very unlikely that your holiday provider will give you a refund unless your specific hotel has been closed or been affected or banned. So I think you should look forward to your holiday, keep planning, and look forward to having a great time over here. So yes, the situation very much the same as in Los Cristianos, only I would say there is a little bit more here. You can see some of the ash has washed up, but it's not really in the water at the moment. You can have a nice swim still. You can see a little bit floating just there. And I think they are continuously going out and doing checks on the water, checking for safety. But you will see some of this black ash, but will it really affect your beach trip? Not particularly, other than it being quite a sad resemblance of what is going on the other side of the island. So yeah, a little bit more here on Las Vistas, but it's still a green flag for swimming. Everyone's still having a great time and enjoying themselves. Yeah, if you look closely, it is all of this black fine ash in there. Not good. Such a shame. Well everyone, that leaves me with one last little warning for you if you are on your way over, and that is just how hot it is. It is absolutely relentless at the moment. So please everyone, loads of Factor 50, keep reapplying it. Loads of fluids. Silly me, I've done this walk without a bottle of water, so I'm going to be down straight to the shop once I finish this clip and getting a real good drink. Keep hydrated. Remember, alcohol and beer don't count, so even if you're on the sesh, make sure you have plenty of water. It is so hot, very dry as well, so definitely look after yourselves. The sun is extremely strong. I will be back maybe with another update tomorrow. I'm going to do my best to keep you up to date. If you are enjoying them, do let me know in the comments. Make sure you give a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe as well. If you want to see more information, the other 3 videos that I've done are already on the channel. But yeah, other than that, it's very much normal down here in the south. Very much. Look forward to your trip. I would not cancel. I'd get yourself over here and enjoy, and that's fingers crossed the emergency services can get it under control. And a big thank you to them as well for looking after us and doing everything that they're doing. Absolutely crazy conditions up there, so a big thank you to them. Thank you very much for watching everyone. I'm off for a cold drink and I will catch you again tomorrow. Stay safe, stay positive.